didn't even get to cross.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, ben Ekosol'dan Serdar. Bugün sizinle Stanley Parable oynuyoruz. Stanley Parable'da bugün her şeyi yanlış yapacağım. Ne olursa olsun. Mesela başlayalım, evet.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bunları biliyoruz
Perhaps
zaten.
he had simply missed a memo.
Zıplama yokmuş bu arada, onu öğrendim şimdi az önce. Neyse. Hiç incelemeden gidiyorum ama ben.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Girmiyorum abi.
he entered the
Sağdan
door.
gidiyoruz.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Hayran kalmak
just to
içinmiş.
admire it. Ah, yes, truly a
Oo,
room worth
harbiden
admiring.
güzelmiş.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate but eager to get back to business. Stanley took
Sonundaki
the
ilk
first
kapıya
open
yöneldi.
door on his left.
Yönelmedi abi, ileri gitti.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
Ya
wasn't
yürü git.
5 years ago.
İşten kovulmam mucize falan diyor böyle. Do not jump from the cargo.
Oh well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break
Fake
it to you,
attı.
Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You
Lan.
must either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below.
Abi ne yaptım
You
ben?
know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make. Whoops. Looks like I was
Allah
wrong.
belanı versin.
How clumsy.
Ama şey dedi. Bir şey olmayacak dedi. Niye fake atıyorsun oğlum? Cık. Fake'çi ya. İçgüdü şeysi. Aha. Ne oldu, her şey bir şeyler oldu. Değişti her şey.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Girmedi.
doors, this was not the correct way
Hadi
to
hadi
the
hızlı
meeting
koşma
room,
yapma.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Oğlum ne
admire it.
bileyim, ben fake atmak istememiştim. Oradaki yazıyı
Wow.
okuyacaktım sadece.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Yönelmedi abi.
open
Direkt
door
ileri
on his
gidiyoruz.
left.
Git. Fake attım daha demin.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
Sus.
5 years ago.
Gir ya, gir.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Biraz
foot
hastalık
here.
ettik.
I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Evet.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work
Kimi lan?
aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Kim beni bekliyordu? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jumpscare çıkmasın. Onun
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
hayır,
If
kaldırmayacağım.
you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hayır, kaldırmak zorunda mıyım sizce? Bence değilim kaldırmak zorunda. O yüzden kaldırmıyorum abi. Bunu çek.
Stanley picked up the phone, but a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with
Za.
radiance, but with hope.
Hep
Hope
trollüyorum.
for a life reunited one. Wait. Oh goodness. Stanley, did you just
Evet.
unplug the phone?
Çektim.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly.
O zaman
I
yapmayacaksın
didn't
abi
know
şu
that
oraya.
was possible. Let me double check. No.
Senaryo yazıyor adam
It's
çünkü burada.
definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Kredisi bile
Not
söylüyor.
picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
Ne ben?
What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
Ney lan
How
oğlum?
have I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been
Evet tabii ki gerçek bir isim. Tamam lan sen ha tekmeliyim mi lan buraları?
If you made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision making.
Hayır durdurma.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Ne bir şey izleyecek ben evet.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous.
Seçim yazıyor orada.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice.
Anlamıyorum tabii.
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack and crack."
Practice. Abi?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
What the
back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result
Bozdum ben buraları.
Addiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed of decision making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Başka bir yol olmayacak herhalde, o yüzden. Bakayım bir araştırayım şuradan falan. Evet. Başka bir yol olmayacağı için buradan gittim. Buradan girmem lazım, başka bir yol yok. Abi adamlar.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Ne oldu lan, bir şeyler ha, kapı açıldı. Vallahi şimdi ne yapacağım bilmiyorum.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again and you'll be home free in the real world.
Tamam. Yapmayacağım ama.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Bukta kaldım. Tabii ki de girmeyeceğim. Sen dinlemiyorum adamı.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Bozduk lan her yeri. Gerçekten o taraftan girmek istiyorum ben. Tekstürler falan ölmüş burada. Vallahi oyunu bozduk lan. Gidemiyorum galiba. Açılmıyor kapı. Yok. Yapacak bir şey olmadığı için o taraftan gitmek zorundayım. Maalesef. Adam niye ses çıkarmıyor lan? Ananı. Bir dakika. Oo.
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
İzleyicileri eğlendirmek.
It's worthless now.
Öldü galiba adam. Yaptı falan böyle. Allah Allah. You can jump. Allah mı?
I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game
Hayır,
down.
kapatma oyunu ya.
I have to.
Bismillah. Beyler. Adam oyunu kapattı la. Off'a bastı resmen. Evet, oyun daha güzel oldu değil mi? Değil mi abi? Daha güzel yaptın oyunu.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Abi bak şimdi.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine and you
görevim o.
to the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Evet.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard
Ne oldu
to
lan?
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Are you kidding me?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly.
En baştan başlatıyor. Abi.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Hayır abi, bir daha. Yapacağım. Bozana kadar. Bozana kadar.
When Stanley came to a set of
Aç ulan
2
kapıyı.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, bukta kaldım.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as
Abi
Stanley
tamam,
would.
gideceğim tamam bu
That
sefer.
means choosing responsibly
3. kez de yapmak
and
istemiyorum.
always putting the story
Hem video
first.
izliyor hem de siz
I'm
sıkılırsınız
quite sure
falan
you'll
diye
be
ama
up to the task. Just
yani
follow
şimdi
my lead and you'll be fine.
hepsini
Alright.
yanlış yapmam gerekiyordu da.
When
Neyse,
Stanley
yapacağım.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ulan var ya. Göt.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Abi burayı kapatmış.
Staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Abi
to his
kapatmış
boss's
orayı.
office.
Aha, her yer yeşil.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
Aha,
to
çok değişik
discover
yer.
not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then
Söylemem gerekiyor. Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Gerizekalı.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115. Alakası yok bence.
Okay,
Trollüyor,
fine,
trollüyor
we're not
ya.
gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he
Oo.
on his left.
Biz buymuşuz. Bu arada oyunu bozduk ve
Hello?
hani
Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
bitti.
I need you to walk through the door.
Oyunun ağzını ettik her şeyi yanlış yaparak.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Abi.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you.
Tamam o zaman bu partı burada bitirelim. Bir dahaki Sniper videosuna görüşmek üzere. Like atmayı unutmayın. Görüşmek üzere. Çıkalım. Bay bay.